Hello students, how are you? This is Rohit sir speaking. I hope everyone is safe at home. Please don't come unnecessarily outside. Follow your government rules and also follow your parent suggestions. Now as we have discussing about the biological science, we have completed the 3 lessons successfully. The first lesson is nutrition and the second lesson is respiration and third lesson is transportation. Now we are going to discuss about the fourth lesson, that is nothing but excretion. Now let us start our discussion. Now before going to discuss about this lesson, now let us discuss about the introduction. Now imagine your body as a factory. Let us imagine about a mobile factory. Now what is happening during the process of production? Some raw material will come to the factory, then the process of production will be done, then the product will go out. During all this process, some waste will be produced inside of this factory. Now what the factory persons will do? Whether the factory persons will store the waste material inside of their factory or otherwise whether they throw out of the factory. Now you tell me the answer. I think most of the students have told this answer. They will throw this waste out of their factory. Now just like that mobile factory, your body is also factory. Now what are the raw materials that are coming inside of your body? Food, water and air. All these three raw materials are coming in your body. Now what is happening? Respiration, digestion and transportation is happening. And after that, what is the product that is produced in your body? Energy. Energy is the final product. Now when the energy is produced, along with the energy some waste will also be produced, just like urea, uric acid and so many other poisonous materials. Now what our body will do with that waste material? Whether that waste will be stored inside of our body or otherwise it will be sent out of our body. Now the answer will be our body will send all that waste out of our body, otherwise we will die. Now there should be a particular system to send all this waste material out of their body. Now what is that special system? Excretory system. Now as you can see here, the chapter number 4, the chapter name itself is excretion. What is the meaning of excretion? The wastage disposing system or otherwise the wastage removal system. Now let us discuss about the topic. Now here he asked some questions. Now try to answer these questions. Now what are the wastes are produced? The two wastes are produced in our body, that is nothing but liquid waste and solid waste. How are they produced? By the process of digestion. After the process of digestion some waste will be produced. Now what are the substances present in them? Mostly poisonous materials and wastewater and excess amount of the salts will be present in them. Now does the composition vary in the same organisms in different situations? Yes. In same organisms the composition of the waste will be differ. That is depend upon the organism's intake. Whether if he is taking more liquids then he will excrete more liquids. If he is taking very less liquids then he will send less liquids. So that is depend upon the food habits of any organism. Now let us understand this kind of questions. Now what are the things that we have to discuss here? That is nothing but metabolism. Now let us discuss what is metabolism. Now if you want to discuss about the metabolism, then you have to discuss about the anabolism and the catabolism. So always I will tell you that metabolism is a combination of anabolism and catabolism. Now what is anabolism? Anabolism is body building process. Gathering or collecting all the body building material is called as anabolism. Now what is catabolism? Breakdown of the food material is called as catabolism. Now in our simple words, if we discuss, collecting of food material is called anabolism and burning and releasing of energy is called catabolism. Collecting the food materials and releasing the energy together is called as metabolism. So metabolism may come in examination as a 1 mark question. Okay. Now let us discuss about the table here. Now students, observe this table. The left side life process and the right side products. Now photosynthesis. What are the products that are produced in photosynthesis? Just you think and I am suggesting you to make this table in your notebook and try to write the answers for these questions. Now you tell me what are the materials that are produced during the process of photosynthesis. Now let us discuss what is the things that are produced. You know very well that glucose, C6H12O6. Along with that water will be produced, you know, that will be evaporated, and at the same time oxygen will be produced during the process of photosynthesis. Now these three things are produced during the process of photosynthesis. But here glucose is utilized by the plant, water is utilized by the plants, and some excess will be removed out of the plant, but oxygen is not utilized by the plant. It is going out of the plant. Now let us discuss about the respiration. Now respiration energy, if we think energy is also a product that is produced after the respiration, and along with some waste material will be produced. Waste material will also be produced during the process of respiration. Energy and waste products, and at the same time carbon dioxide will also be produced. Now digestion. At the end of digestion, some food materials, some proteins, vitamins will be produced, or otherwise let us write energy will also be produced, and some solid waste and liquid waste will be produced. Solid and liquid waste will be produced. Now let us try to answer the questions present below this table. Now what are the products would the organism be able to take up for other activities? Now what are the materials that are useful for other activities? Glucose, water, oxygen. These things are useful for the next processes. Now what are the products which cause harm to the body? Now you tell me. Carbon dioxide is harmful to the body. Solid waste and liquid waste is also harmful to the body. Now this question is also completed. Now let us discuss about the next question. What happens if harmful products are not removed from our body every day? Now what will happen when you don't remove all the waste material out of your body? All the waste will be accumulated inside of your body. Then it results in the poisoning of your body. When your body become poisoning, then you will die. So the ultimate thing that will be happen is death. So that's why your body should remove all the waste material out of your body. Okay. Now let us discuss about the next topic. Now we have already discussed about different materials are produced during different metabolical activities. Some of them may be harmful to our body. They should be removed, and some are useful for our body. They should be stored. Okay. What are the things that are stored? Excess amount of the energy will be stored in the form of fat, and the waste material will be sent out of the body just like urine and excreta. Now these are all the waste produced in the body of an organism. We have already discussed how organisms get rid of gases exchange generated during the photosynthesis or respiration. Now we know very well that how the plant will remove excess amount of carbon dioxide. It will open its stomata and it will release carbon dioxide, and also it will release oxygen out of its body. Our body also releases carbon dioxide through our nose. Now let us discuss about the next line. Other metabolical activities generate nitrogenous waste have to be removed along with the salts, excess water and several materials. Now this line is very very important. Now other metabolical activities generate nitrogenous waste. Nitrogenous waste is nothing but this is the solid waste. Now these solid waste along with the salt and excess amount of the water should be removed. There should be a separate method for removing all this system. Our nose is also removing some waste just like carbon dioxide. Okay, but there should be a proper method to remove all the waste material out of our body. Okay, now what is that system? That system is called as excretory system. Now excretion is nothing but X means out. Now criner means shift. Now shifting out of waste material is said to be as the waste removal system, that is nothing but excretory system. Okay, now let us discuss the next topic. Now excretion in the human beings. Now here we are going to discuss about how the waste is disposed out of the human body. Now a number of reactions takes place during the various metabolical activities. Many useful substances and energy are produced. At the same time many other things happened, such as toxic waste material to be produced. Water content may increase, ionic balance in the body may be disturbed, and the waste produced include carbon dioxide, water, nitrogenous compounds like ammonia, urea, uric acid, bile pigments and excess salts, etc. The most poisonous of all waste produced of metabolism is ammonia. Now what is this paragraph is telling us? According to this paragraph, during the process of production of energy, along with the energy, so many waste will be produced, just like nitrogenous waste. What are the nitrogenous waste here? Ammonia, urea, uric acid, bile pigments and other excess amount of the salts. These are poisonous to our body and they have to be removed. And along with carbon dioxide, water. should be removed of our body. Now here, why are we discussing about this paragraph particularly is, here there is a line. The most poison of all waste products of metabolism is ammonia. Now this is 1 mark question, or otherwise it may come in your multiple choice question. What is the most poison of our body? That is nothing but ammonia. Ammonia is the most poison of all waste that are produced in our body. Now then, how and which system is separating the waste from our body? You know, the blood is filled with food material and along with the waste materials also. Now which system is separating the waste from the blood? That is nothing but urinary system. The first and the primary system is nothing but urinary system. Now in the next slide we are going to discuss about the urine report and the blood report of a person. Now here this is a blood report of a particular person. Now what are the things present here? Now you can see here the test name: glucose fasting, sodium, potassium, chloride, urea, creatinine, uric acid, total cholesterol, triglycerides and calcium, phosphorus and bilirubin, and total proteins and albumin. Now I think so many times you went to the doctor and the doctor also suggested you to do the blood report or urine report. Okay. Now here we are going to see how to read the blood report of a particular person. Now you see here the last column here, range. Now what does this range is indicating? Now range is an indication that should be present in between them. Now when you see the first glucose fasting, what is the range of the glucose fasting? 60 to 100. So in your blood the glucose fasting should be between 60 to 100. Now sodium. Now sodium, how much amount of the sodium should be present inside of your body? It should be between 135 to 145. Okay. If it is below than 135, then it will be dangerous. If it is above than 145, then that is also dangerous. So it should be between 135 and 145. Now let us discuss about this report in detail. Now glucose fasting. What is the result of glucose fasting? 82 in the person. Is it in the range? Yes, it is present between the 60 and 100. Now sodium. Sodium is 137. Now this is also in the range. Now potassium 4.10. Now this is also in the range. Now chlorides 101. Is it present in between the range? Yes. Now urea 29. Is it present in between the range? Yeah. 29 is between 15 and 40. So this is also normal. Okay. Now creatinine, it is 2.8. Now please you pay attention here. Now 2.8 is more than 1.5. Is it or not? So that's why this creatinine is more inside the blood of a particular person. Now if you see the uric acid, what is the value of uric acid? 7.50. 7.50 is more than 5.0. So that's why uric acid is also heavily present inside the blood. Now next, total cholesterol, it is 221. Now you see here the range, it is out of the range. So that's why total cholesterol is also heavily available in the blood. Now triglycerides, it is 167. So it is normal. Okay, it is normal, it is okay. Now calcium 9.40, this is also normal. Now phosphorus 4.5, yeah, this is also normal because the highest range is 4.5. Now bilirubin 0.70, okay, this is also in the normal position. Now total protein 7.20, it is also normal, and albumin 4.60, this is also normal. Now what are the things that are more than normal level? That is creatinine, uric acid and total cholesterol. Now they are out of the range. Now you tell me what are these things should be done? Now these things should be sent out of the body. Am I right? Now these things are called waste because they are more than the required amount. So that's why they should be sent out of our body. Understood? Now let us discuss about the urine report of a particular person. Now this is the urine report of a particular person. Let us discuss about the values and the result of a particular person. Now 24-hour protein, is it in the range? Yeah, less than 100, it is in the range. Now creatinine, is it in the range? It is more than the range. See here, it is 2, that is nothing but 2.0, but it is 2.70, so it should be eliminated. Now calcium 305, this is also heavily available. Now phosphorus, it is in the normal stage. Now uric acid, it is above normal stage, so that's why it should be removed. Now sodium, it is in the limit. Potassium, it is also in the limit. Osmolality calculated, that is also in the limits. Now the glucose is also in the limits, and chlorides is also in the limits, and urea is also about the limit. So the urea should be sent out. Now what are the things that should be sent out of the urine? That is nothing but creatinine, calcium, uric acid, and the urea. So these are the three waste material that should be sent out of the body through the process of urination. Okay. Now let us discuss about the remaining topic. Now here there are some questions to answer. What are the materials needed to be removed from our body? The things that are excess in our blood should be removed out of the body by the process of urination or otherwise by the process of excretion. Now from where do these materials are to be removed? See, there are particular pathways. There are two pathways in our body. So they should be removed in different ways. Okay, some should be sent in the liquid pathway and some should be sent out of the solid pathway. I hope you can understand. Now what are the organs that are separate excretory materials? In our body, the urinary system is comprises of kidneys. So here the kidney is an organ that is separating the excess amount of the salts from our blood. Okay. Now why do you think the body must remove the waste material? Yeah, we have to remove the waste material. It is very mandatory. If you don't remove all the waste material, then what will happen? All the waste will be accumulated in the body. Then it will turn into a poison. Then all the poison will be circulated throughout of your body. Every cell will be filled with the waste material. Now it start decomposing your cells. Soon after, your body will turn into a poisonous body. Then soon your death will happen. Understood? So that's why we have to send out the waste material out of our body. I hope everyone have understood. So this is the end of the video. Now let us meet in the next video with another topic. Stay connected with your teachers and stay connected with your subject. Stay at home, be healthy. Meet you in the next video. Bye bye.